Ooh.
I was like, oh yeah, dude.
That needs replaced.
Fuck.
Time to go. All right, let's do it. Oh God! It's such a good response for such a crappy snap. 307 reacts. Matt, Chris, and everyone out there. What are your names? Are all of your YouTube names your actual names? Because if so, some of your parents have given you guys some crazy names,
right?
And good for them.
User 4697836.
Good for them for thinking progressively, I guess, or something like that. I don't know.
Like, who's your dad? Elon Musk?
Yeah.
Like,
but anyways,
what's your son's name? User 36582.
XOC125.
Doesn't he have a kid named all wild shit?
Yeah,
like
it's
that?
like some weird letters and numbers symbol thing, but I think it actually says something or something. I don't know. Tell us. Somebody tell us if you guys know.
Tell us.
On the screen in front of us, we have Billy Wilkins and one of his actual. Instead, this is not an Omegle video. This is an actual official music video for his original music. Billy Wilkins' song called "Heart Attack." Now, I know this from basically just Chris telling me. I've heard some of his original stuff, but I have not heard this one before. So
I probably have heard it in my Spotify. Like when I listen to his stuff, I know that a lot of pop, right? Like if you catch the first verse and the chorus, that's pretty much the whole story.
Kind of there, yeah.
I mean, some of his stuff is a little more in depth than that, but for the most part, when you listen to pop, you kind of get the vibe of the story, and then you just vibe with the song. So a lot of times I'll put his stuff on, and I'll just be vibing. I'm not really paying attention. So, like, if I have heard it,
for sure,
not a clue.
For sure. Yeah, fair enough. You guys are going to be seeing a lot of Billy Wilkins on our channel this week and partially into next week as well, because we are actually going to be live with the man himself, Billy Wilkins, us, and the Elsewhere podcast, Cat Skulls, over on their channel on the Elsewhere podcast. So if you guys don't know what that is, we'll have links for it in the description down below. Go over and
you can even check out the episode we were on previous.
That's what I mean.
Time.
Yeah, we've been on there before.
Talked about dildos and cars and
they go live every Monday?
Either Thursday, Friday, or Monday. It's one of those 3 days they go live.
They're busy regardless. They're super active.
They have taken a break recently because Skulls was sick and down for a little while.
Oh, okay.
But he's back in the swing of things. They had another episode last week, and they have another one coming up this week.
Nice.
And then, of course, this is all in the past for you guys, so you guys like.
Yeah. So, anyways, Billy Wilkins, 307 Reacts Elsewhere podcast, June 23rd, Thursday, June 23rd at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is 7 p.m. Central Time, which is 7:30 p.m. Central Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and 5:30 p.m. Western Time.
Yeah, dude.
Son of a bitch. All right.
Hell yeah.
With that, we'll see you guys next time. Oh, never mind. God, that's all I have left, dude.
Right?
Really trying to rattle off there. Anyways, let's get into this. This is Heart Attack by Billy Wilkins.
Yeah.
This might be the first official music video I've seen of his.
Yes,
I've heard songs, but I don't think I've ever actually watched videos. So let's see what happens. Let's go. Oh, like, comment, subscribe. Duh.
The vibes.
Sorry if things didn't end with closure.
Wow, okay.
Didn't know that you'd just walk away. But if everything we had was torture, baby, I know that you wouldn't stay. So tell me why I feel what we had just felt so real. So why try? Why I'm still trying to find myself that thrill. So take me away.
Wow.
I just can't escape. Loving you makes it.
Man, there are some great edits in this.
I want to go to this visual really quick and just pause.
Take me away. I just can't escape.
Look at that visual, dude.
How?
That is fucking
So
dope.
good.
That is so good, man.
Even right before this, when it goes through the eye, like
and like even the coloring, like the coloring on the sand changes and stuff as the background comes in, dude. Billy,
sick.
we can ask you, I guess, when we go live with you. Maybe we should save it for then. But I'm really interested to know if he does his own editing for all this stuff. Because if he does, the boy's got a hand in some video work. Because that's fucking dope, dude. That's a really, really good scene. And yeah, mix wise, man, there's there's so much going on here. This is so much different Billy than I've ever heard before. Like this weird, vibey kind of flowing
like
progression,
tropical jungle drums. And
yeah, man. Well, yeah, I like it, and he's using like way more falsetto than I've heard him use in prior videos. So, dude, I'm liking it. I was not expecting it to be like a smooth jam, man. It's kind of nice, and it's also got a good. It's obviously about a like a heartbreak situation, right? Like, why am I still chasing something that I shouldn't be? Type of situation.
He's like, I'm still trying to catch this thrill from being in love with you, but I haven't found it, and so like I.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
Loving you makes it feel like a heart attack. I'm taking it slow, 'cause I'm losing my pulse. Loving you makes it feel like a heart attack. Loving you makes it feel like a heart attack. Loving you makes it feel like a heart attack. Tell me why I should keep on breathing when you just take my breath away. Tell me how my heart keeps on beating, 'cause it stops when you come my way. So tell me why I feel what we had just felt so real. So why try, why I'm still trying to find myself that thrill. So take me away.
I like it, man. It's super vibey. I like it a lot. I'm looking at the camera work and like walking through the carnival kind of thing. I'm wondering. I'm like, man, what a smart thing to do is to like plan a photo shoot when the carnival's in town. And then I'm thinking about where he lives, and I'm like, shit. There's probably like a boardwalk or something there that's just always there that you can just go to and walk through. Billy, we don't have stuff like that here. We get the fair and carnival stuff like
we get
once
the carnival
a year.
Comes through town and gets the fuck out.
We get like we get like the crappy circuit carnival that comes through and does the whole ring, and it's everything in there is like held together by like cotter pins and duct tape, and
it's a good time.
You know, it's a lot of fun to go through and walk through and ride a few of the grounded rides. Those things just every year the Gravitron gets a little more gravity-less. A little more orbital.
It gets...
You know what I mean?
The bearings are getting a little worn.
One of these days, that baby's just going to fly right off the coaster, and it's just going to be an actual spinning flight, like a flying saucer coming through there.
It's going to be like a D20 just hitting the table, man.
It's going to be amazing. So I was thinking about that, and I was like, oh yeah, shit, he lives in a place where they have nice weather basically year round. So, well, not year round. I know it snows in Jersey and things like that, but for the most part, you live on the ocean. You have piers where they have carnivals and things like that all the time. So
I think one of the cool things, like, and maybe I've heard it in songs before, I've just never noticed. He's like, why should I continue to breathe if every time I see you, it makes me breathless? How come my heart should continue to beat when every time I see you, it stops? Like, that's such a cool, like, play, because a lot of people will just say, oh, when I see you, my heart stops beating, and then they'll move on to the next lyric. He poses a question to the female in the it's a good story.
It's a good perspective,
and it's cool because it's like he's talking to you, but he's also talking to her at the same time, and you get to kind of see the interaction. He brings you into the interaction rather than telling you about the interaction, which I think is, as far as songwriting goes, is brilliant.
Why should my heart keep beating if it stops when I see you? If that's what's right, if my heart's doing what's right for me and it stops when I see you, why should it keep beating?
Yeah.
But is it because I know that what I'm doing is wrong, and so my heart is conflicted? Man, there's so much going on here.
There's so much going on.
I'm like, I'm over here. I'm lost over here all of a sudden. Like, you lay those lines out, and I was like, dang, that's a cool perspective. And now I'm just over here, like, dissecting all of that and, like, why is that? Why does the human heart beat? Why, like you see your ex or something like that walking through, and you always get that weird, like, little flutter. It's like, oh, fuck. Regardless of the situation, it's not like, it's not a I miss you thing. It's not a I hate you thing. It's just that weird, like, unexpected, like, oh, shit. And is it because your mind slams through 50,000 memories in 1.1 second, and you're trying to figure out how to compose yourself and do the whole thing. Is that there's just an overwhelming rush of emotion? What is the thing? Like, it's such a weird perspective to think about. And look at that. Look at what he did. Like, now I'm thinking about his lines like, that's a cool fucking way to write it, man.
Yeah.
Way to write that, because it's not just that cliche like, oh yeah, when you walk in the room, my heart skips a beat. He's like
because like we've heard that 1,000 times.
Oh god, dude, I've written that 100 times. You know, like I was in high school once. I wrote that line 100 times. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a really cool perspective, a good view on it. I like it. Gets me thinking for sure. Let's go.
I just can't escape. Loving you makes it feel like a heart attack. I'm taking it slow, cause I'm losing my pulse. Loving you makes it feel like a heart attack.
Yeah, there's fucking roller coasters and shit there. That's not the come through town fair.
Loving you makes it feel like a heart attack. Loving you makes it feel like a heart attack. You make my heart hurt, putting in this hard work, trying to get you anywhere closer to me. And when my time comes, all I did was try, but loving you made it feel like a heart attack. So take me away, I just can't escape. Loving you makes it feel like a heart attack. I'm taking it slow, cause I'm losing my pulse. Loving you makes it feel like a heart attack. Loving you makes it feel like a heart attack.
I saw that flex. I saw that flex, Billy.
Here's the thing, okay? That Porsche
Don't
is-
that Porsche me. Here it comes.
is most likely not like a 911 GT Turbo.
It's probably just
or
a
anything
standard.
crazy like that.
Yeah.
It's like a standard, like
What, Carrera or whatever?
They typically call it like the poor man's Porsche, which I've worked on 1,000 of them.
It's got
They're
the
great cars. They're fun to drive.
It's got a 4-cylinder
Here's
boxer,
the
doesn't
problem.
it? Like it's got a Subaru
Oh, yeah.
engine in it.
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
nothing crazy. It's
I mean,
the same company.
technically, Subarus have a Porsche engine. Porsche
Boxer
was the
engine.
first one.
Yeah,
okay?
fair enough. That's fair. And technically, like the military was the first one, right? Because they put them in like Boxer fighter jets or something, didn't they? And that's where the Boxer engine came from. Was they had it in a.
It wasn't technically a Boxer in the fighter jet. It's technically 5 cylinders in a circle, so it's not a true Boxer.
Okay.
But it's
Sure.
kind of the
same. Same principle, kind of forward
Yeah.
firing, whatever the hell thing.
You
yeah.
got like a piston going this way and a piston going this way and one this way and one down and one over here, and it's just kind of
That's fucking crazy.
and
And it all works in harmony to where the thing just goes me.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
How can you
Imagine putting head gaskets on a plane.
never.
There's 5 heads on a 5.
Oh, that's true because every cylinder's got its
has
own.
head. Like, gee, this is why I don't want to be an
disassemble
aircraft
the entire
mechanic. Like,
fucking plane to
forget
get
that.
to get to the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, this is what I was gonna say about the
Wow.
Porsche. Watch him get out of this thing, okay?
Because he's like 30 foot tall in the
He's
Porsche.
like, he like goes to get out and he's like almost sitting on the ground, like, just, and then he goes to get up.
It is,
That's the thing I hate about him.
Yeah.
Is I'm like, it's
You're
just
it's scraping
too
your ass
damn
on the
low,
ground, man.
dude. Like, I'm scraping my asshole on a pothole. Okay,
Let's go.
watch it.
Loving you makes it feel like a heart attack. Loving you makes it feel like a heart attack.
Was he gonna see another shadow?
Waiting for it.
Better decision, buddy. Keep on rolling. Oh,
Good
man.
choice. Good choice.
Yeah. Some women just aren't worth
She
it.
ain't
bro.
worth it, man. She ain't
Not
worth
even just women. Some people just aren't worth
Oh,
it. Like,
I would say that more frequently than women in general. I mean, there are a lot of people out there that are
there's
just.
some friendships that ain't worth it.
Maybe it's
There's
just,
some-
maybe it's a Ryan Upchurch thing with me. I'm getting older, so
Yeah.
maybe it's just that I just don't have the patience or the time anymore. Maybe that's what it is. I
Yeah.
don't know, but god damn, it sure seems like that shit's starting to run rampant nowadays. Just people fucking being worthless and just not worth it, and just seems like everyone's out to waste somebody else's time.
Oh,
And at the end of the day, it's like you got to really pick your battles. I
oh
mean,
boy,
you gotta,
do I know something about that.
goddamn, and that's a thing. Like, man, you still work. Technically, you work in the customer service industry. You know,
Yeah.
anybody that's customer facing out there. There's probably a lot of you out there that watch this that are technically in customer service. If you're ever customer facing, if you're ever providing a service directly to somebody who's brought you something to work on, or you're selling something to somebody, that's customer service, man. And that shit, I did my time in customer service. I did retail, I did hospitality. No thanks. I'm good on mine. That's fine. I salute all of you guys that are out there that are still fucking putting up with that shit, because it got to a certain point with me where it was like, okay, I'm about to turn on the next motherfucker that walks in here, and I can't catch a charge in here for $12.50 an hour. That's not gonna work for me. Working in fucking Geek Squad, you know what I mean? Like, nope.
That's
like,
a good point.
Not gonna happen, dude. So yeah, so it was like,
oh man, there was some point today I was like, dude, you know what? I'll have Doobie sub in. If I gotta go to jail for the night, like whatever.
God, dude, I bet, man.
But I was like, you know what? Fuck, dude,
especially working in your field where, I mean, it's a little bit more of an important thing, you know, like working in Geek Squad's one thing.
People get hostile because there's a lot of money being thrown around a mechanic shop. Like,
that's what I mean. Like, yeah, you working and you're working on something that, like we were talking about the other day, and for most people is there every day. Like, I need that thing to get to where I'm going. I need to get to work and back, and now I got to plan for rides and do this, that, and the other while I wait for you. Well, now you're calling me with this other thing, and I have no other choice than to get pissed at you and take it out on you. And it's like, hold up.
Well, my favorite phrase is, "I did not buy it, nor did I break it."
And man,
that's all it is.
I love it when you tell me these stories about these pissed off customers trying to blame you for shit. And at the end of the stories, I always just look at you and I'm like, why are you calling then? Why did you bring it to me?
Yeah.
If it's not broken and I broke it, why did you call me in the first place?
Yeah.
I feel like I ask that all the time at the end of your stories, and it's like, God damn, dude.
One of the ones that kills me is this guy goes, I need my spark plugs changed. It's misfiring. Okay, well, bring it in. We'll take a look. Bring it in. It's misfiring because it has a dead coil. And we're like, well, bro, we can replace one coil, be done. Spark plugs look great. No. Need spark plugs. Well, do you want me to replace the spark plugs with the coil? Yes, but I don't want the coil. Well, it's gonna misfire. It's gonna continue to misfire without the coil.
Coil is not receiving nor sending.
He goes, look, I know what's wrong with it. Okay, it needs spark plugs. And I was like,
then why are you here?
I said, okay, here's the deal. Okay,
why are you here?
I will put spark plugs in it, and you can come and drive it. If it continues to misfire, we will put a coil in it. And he goes, well, it's not. It just needs spark plugs. Okay, so I put spark plugs in it, gave it back to the guy. He goes, man, this thing runs like shit. I can't believe you guys would give this to a customer like this.
Oh, my God.
So I was like, dude, I tried to tell you, it needs a coil. You could have spent $30 instead of like $100 and whatever.
What was it? Was it an easy engine?
Yeah, dude, it was a 4-cylinder.
That's the thing. If it needs spark plugs, why didn't you do it yourself? If that's all it needs on a 4-cylinder engine, they're right on top, dude.
You know. He's like, I know it's spark plugs. Then you must have had one out. Like,
God, what does it take to do spark plug? I can do a spark plug job on my Toyota Corolla in 14 minutes, and that's like gathering the tools, getting everything out of the boxes, putting everything. That's the whole 9 yards, man. Yeah. Come on.
So anyway,
come on. Sorry, rant over. We're done. We're good.
That's just one of those things. It's like, dude, people.
Kudos to the industry workers,
whether it's a girlfriend or a friend at work, a coworker, a friend in general, family. There's some people that just aren't worth your time.
It's true. It's really true.
That's what it boils down.
I think as you get older, you really start to make the decisions on who is and who isn't. You know, that's just part of life.
The list of who is getting real short. Getting real short
these
days.
Isn't it? All right, man.
Well, don't forget we will be live on the Elsewhere podcast with Billy Wilkins himself, June 23rd, 6:30 Mountain Standard Time, and we'll see you guys there. Don't forget, if you guys like this video, be sure to like, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang, and we'll see you guys next time. Ow. Almost forgot.